Welcome back to Hydrohaven, fellow garden enthusiasts. Today we're exploring a gardening secret that can transform your tomato harvest companion planting with marigolds. If you've struggled with tomato pests or disease in the past, this ancient practice might be the solution you've been searching for. Let's dive straight into how this powerful companion planting technique works and how you can implement it in your garden this season for healthier, more productive tomato plants. Why marigolds are tomatoes' best friends. Marigolds, particularly French marigolds, Tagetes patula, and Mexican marigolds, Tagetes minuta, contain natural compounds in their roots, leaves, and flowers that actively repel many common tomato pests. The most significant of these compounds is alpha-terthional, which acts as a natural pesticide by targeting nematodes and other soil-dwelling pests that typically damage tomato roots. When you plant marigolds near tomatoes, they create what gardeners call a protective zone that significantly reduces pest pressure. The science behind this companion relationship is fascinating. Marigold roots release thiophenies into the soil, chemical compounds that are toxic to certain nematode species, particularly root knot nematodes that plague tomato plants. These microscopic soil-dwelling parasites can severely damage tomato roots, causing stunted growth, wilting, and reduced yields. A single marigold plant can clear nematodes from approximately 1 square foot of soil, with the protective effect lasting for up to a year after the marigold has been removed. Beyond nematode control, marigolds offer protection against other common tomato pests. Their strong scent confuses and repels whiteflies, tomato hornworms, and thrips, all serious threats to tomato production. This aromatic shield creates an environment where pest insects struggle to locate their preferred tomato hosts, significantly reducing infestations without chemical interventions. How to plant marigolds with tomatoes for maximum benefit. To create the ideal companion planting arrangement, plant 2 to 3 marigold plants around each tomato plant, positioning them approximately 10 to 12 inches away from the tomato stem. This proximity allows the marigold's protective compounds to influence the soil around the tomato roots while maintaining enough space for both plants to grow properly. For row plantings, intersperse marigolds every 24 inches between tomato plants, or create a complete border of marigolds around your tomato patch. Timing is crucial for maximizing the benefits of this companion planting strategy. For the most effective pest control, establish your marigolds 30 to 45 days before planting tomatoes. This head start allows the marigolds to release their beneficial compounds into the soil before your precious tomato seedlings are introduced. If you're starting your garden from seed, sow marigold seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date, which typically gives them the necessary time advantage over your tomato transplants. The French marigold variety, Nemagon, was specifically developed for its superior nematode-fighting abilities and makes an excellent choice for serious tomato growers. For broader pest protection, consider creating a diverse marigold barrier using several varieties. The tall African marigolds, Tagetes erecta, can provide a physical barrier against larger pests, while the more pungent French and Mexican varieties offer stronger chemical protection. This diversity maximizes the pest-repelling benefits while adding beautiful color to your vegetable garden. Enhancing the marigold effect with strategic planting patterns. The way you position marigolds in relation to your tomatoes can significantly amplify their protective benefits. Rather than random placement, consider implementing a structured intercropping pattern. One particularly effective approach is the surround and contain method, where you plant a perimeter of marigolds around your entire tomato patch, then add additional marigolds between every third tomato plant within the rows. This creates multiple layers of protection, making it exceptionally difficult for pests to penetrate your tomato sanctuary. Another strategic approach is the succession planting technique specifically designed for season-long protection. Plant a first wave of marigolds early in the season, then seed additional marigolds every 3 to 4 weeks throughout the growing period. This ensures you'll have continually blooming marigolds throughout the tomato growing season, maintaining a consistent release of pest-deterring compounds when they're most needed. The later planted marigolds will take over protective duties as the earlier plantings begin to decline in late summer. For gardeners dealing with severe nematode issues, the biofumigation approach offers a powerful solution. This intensive method involves growing a dense planting of Mexican marigolds, known as Tagetes minuta, as a cover crop for at least 3 to 4 months. Then, you till the entire plants into the soil while they're still green. As the marigold plant matter breaks down, it releases high concentrations of nematode-suppressing compounds throughout the soil profile. While this approach requires dedicating the space to marigolds for a season, it can effectively clear nematode problems for up to 3 years afterward. Time well invested for your future tomato harvests. Beyond pest control, additional benefits of the tomato-marigold partnership. The marigold's contribution to tomato health extends far beyond pest management. These vibrant flowers attract numerous beneficial insects to your garden, particularly hoverflies and parasitic wasps, whose larvae feed voraciously on aphids and other soft-bodied pests that commonly attack tomatoes. By creating habitat for these beneficial predators, marigolds establish a natural balance in your garden that continues to protect your tomatoes even when you're not actively intervening. Marigolds also improve overall soil health in ways that directly benefit tomatoes. Their roots form associations with beneficial mycorrhizal fungi, which create extensive networks in the soil that help tomato plants access water and nutrients more efficiently. Additionally, as marigold plant matter decomposes at the end of the season, it adds valuable organic material to the soil, improving structure and water retention, critical factors for tomato health during hot summer months. What many gardeners don't realize is that marigolds can also help prevent certain tomato diseases. Studies have shown that compounds in marigold roots have inhibitory effects on fusarium and verticillium wilts, two devastating soil-borne diseases that often plague tomato plants. While marigolds can't completely eliminate these pathogens, their presence significantly reduces disease pressure, giving your tomatoes a fighting chance even in gardens with a history of these problems. Supercharging the marigold-tomato relationship with soil amendments. To maximize the synergy between marigolds and tomatoes, strategic soil amendments can create the ideal growing environment for both plants. Worm castings play a particularly valuable role in this companion planting system. Apply a 1-inch layer of worm castings around both your tomato and marigold plants after they're established. The high microbial diversity in worm castings enhances the beneficial root biology that both plants develop, creating a more robust underground ecosystem that strengthens the plant's natural defense mechanisms. Wood ash offers another powerful enhancement to this growing system, particularly for tomatoes, which are heavy potassium feeders. A light dusting of wood ash, about 1/4 cup per plant, applied to the soil surface around your tomato marigold groupings, provides readily available potassium that supports strong tomato fruit development while also making the plants more resilient against diseases. The slight pH increase from wood ash also helps prevent blossom end rot in tomatoes, a common calcium uptake disorder that ruins many homegrown fruits. Incorporating mature humus into your tomato marigold beds creates the ideal soil structure for both plants to thrive. Unlike raw compost, true humus, the stable end product of decomposition, provides long-lasting soil benefits that support the complex relationship between these companion plants. Add 2 to 3 inches of well-aged humus to your planting area before introducing either plant, then top dress with an additional inch mid-season. This creates a living soil environment where beneficial microorganisms can flourish, enhancing the marigold's pest-suppressing effects while providing tomatoes with steady nutrition throughout their long growing season. Troubleshooting common issues in the tomato-marigold partnership. While marigolds are generally excellent companions for tomatoes, certain situations require special attention for this partnership to succeed. In extremely hot, arid climates, marigolds may compete with tomatoes for water if planted too densely. In these conditions, increase spacing between plants and apply a 2-inch layer of organic mulch around both species to conserve soil moisture and reduce competition. In very fertile soils or gardens with high nitrogen levels, marigolds may grow too vigorously, potentially overshadowing young tomato plants. If you notice your marigolds outpacing your tomatoes in growth, prune the marigolds lightly to maintain an appropriate balance. Removing about 1/3 of the marigold's foliage won't diminish its pest-repelling benefits, but will reduce competition for light and space. Save these clippings to create a marigold tea that can be used as a natural pest deterrent spray for other parts of your garden. Some gardeners report that certain tomato varieties respond more dramatically to marigold companionship than others. Heirloom varieties with less built-in pest resistance often show the most significant improvements when paired with marigolds. If you're growing both hybrid and heirloom tomatoes, prioritize planting marigolds around your more vulnerable heirloom varieties to maximize the impact of this companion planting strategy. Integrating marigolds into your tomato growing strategy represents one of the simplest yet most effective steps you can take to improve your harvests naturally. This time-tested companion planting approach addresses multiple challenges simultaneously: deterring pests, enhancing soil health, attracting beneficial insects, and even helping prevent certain diseases, all while adding vibrant color to your vegetable garden. At Hydrohaven, we believe these ecological growing approaches offer the best path forward for sustainable, productive home gardens. The tomato-marigold partnership exemplifies our philosophy that working with nature, rather than against it, yields superior results with less effort and fewer inputs. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more science-backed natural gardening solutions. Share this video with fellow tomato enthusiasts who might benefit from this simple yet powerful growing technique. Remember, successful gardening is about relationships, both between plants and between gardeners sharing knowledge. Until next time, happy growing from all of us at Hydrohaven.